What? Right, and what were we doing? We'd just done like the super sad side quest. 69%, nice! We'd just done the super sad side quest where the house elf was dead at the end of the cave. That was shitty. That wasn't fun. It was a really happy place to end the last stream. We will travel to the south wing. We'll give Mr. Moon our moons. We haven't got all of them, but you know, we've got some of them.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings!
That fucking voice every time.
Removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
We're getting close, but you must bring me more before I can teach you how to improve casting a la Homora.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
I commend you for your courage and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
Commended for our courage and valor. As we rightly should be. Right, and that should tell us how many how many moons we've had. Okay, so we need 7 more moons for Moon. Can't do that because the quest's bugged. But we do need to go and speak to Sebastian. I think that was the only other quest we'd got in here left. Let's just make sure. Yeah. Does seem slightly counterintuitive to go up the stairs to the Slytherin dungeon.
Become an aura at this rate. So get your head out of your butterbeer and into a blasted wizarding book for Merlin's sake.
Oh, I was trying to shred it for you. Don't look at me like that.
Revelio.
Apologies for the ridiculous revving you just heard. What the... This feels like they've forced us to take the scenic route. This cannot be real. That could not have been the... surely that wasn't the shortest route.
Revelio.
Yeah, so this is the Slytherin common room.
You're here. Brilliant.
But I was here first, mate.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
And apologies for the creaky chair. Once again.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
We are,
Strictly speaking, it
to be fair,
has.
marching
We
to
were
him with
caught.
Damned poltergeist.
wand in hand.
Such a nuisance.
We are armed. Yeah, I was assuming he wasn't
There he
in the girls' loose.
Good luck.
What are you doing here?
Revelio. Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor.
Right behind me,
She
in
wrote regularly
fact.
to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian
Where
answers
to
for
find
Anne.
inflating body spell.
Your aunt pursued this alone.
What?
We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I
You mean the
Fetch Sebastian,
Harry
I'll
Potter
wait.
and his Aunt Marge? That floating body spell.
I
You think
hope we don't regret this.
that's what
Sebastian,
happened?
over here.
These brave bring access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
Its 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple. Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
Holy shit! You
ominous
would make a great
corridors.
witch hunter. Yes.
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. You may want to look around.
I must prove my point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realise. I have written to my brother. He now knows how I access the corridor's entrance, that there's no straight path to reach the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy, together. Noctua Gaunt. Holy shit, you would make a great witch hunter. I try.
Journal entry.
I try.
Signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I wouldn't, necessarily... I'd do it for the fun. I wouldn't, at the end of it, I wouldn't be burning them to death. I'd just be like, found you. Need to hide better next time.
Reparo. I know. She was my aunt.
The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Oh, because he's a parcel tongue.
The voice is ancient.
He speaks parcel tongue, so
Sinister.
he's a parcel mouth? Is that how it works?
You hear a voice.
I do it for the
started
fun,
when you
loves his
repaired
job.
that thing.
Exactly.
I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open.
Yeah, I do it for the
I'm
fun.
hoping you're having
I
second
don't like
thoughts.
burning women alive at the stake, but I do love the puzzle solving and the tracking. It's just unfortunate that it has to end, you know, in the burning thing.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back.
Stand back.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
It's because you're shit,
Between the two
Sebastian.
of us.
Never mind. There's no clear way.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
You not want to talk to the
The door we
snake?
came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Revelio!
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Can we fit under that?
Confringo! Revelio!
Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctua Gaunt.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt Noctua.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
I nearly shit my
Salazar
pants.
Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Revelio!
You are Horn, Taurus, and an Iron. You and the Iron. By Jove, I think
Symbols
we've got
bigger
it.
than
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
So that's a apple and a banana and the Ouroboros.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
Revelio!
That sounded promising.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Yes, well. I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent. But I must find a way forward, for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. This scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye. Noctua
Ominous.
Gaunt.
Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
Revelio!
We need to go round and look at the gate before we come back round again. Extraordinary. This journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder. Salazar Slytherin intended more than what we've become. I know it. Noctua Gaunt.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
All I heard was rewards. Keep going.
Of course you did. What was that? Sideways rabbit ears and the Assassin's Creed logo.
Another welcoming sort, was he? Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
You know, Sebastian, you've been fucking useless, mate. All you've been doing is asking me to help you
something ahead.
Speak to Ominous.
Looks troubling.
And then
This
just
whole
saying,
place is
good.
troubling, but
Well
for
done.
my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
Revelio.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Nice. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms. Noctua Gaunt.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Can we talk to Ominous? Nah, he's just having his panic attack, which is, you know, understandable.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
I'll
Good.
do it, you
Work your magic,
shit friend.
so to speak.
good.
Wish we had
Manipulate
some
my
luck with
friend.
luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
He did have
Should have
no
known
choice.
he would have told you. And one always has a choice.
Not when you're a
I'm
tiny
as guilty
child.
as the worst of my family.
Nah,
Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and
you
for
did.
that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Do we want to learn it? I don't think we do. Imperio can be practical. It has its uses. Avada Kedavra is, you know, you hit someone with it, they die. When someone's firing at you, you fire it back. But the Cruciatus is just torture, so I don't think our character is about that life.
I don't want to learn the curse, but I can handle the pain. It's fine. Cast it on me.
I shan't forget this. Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe it.
Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium, a secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders. Slytherin's spellbook.
Revelio. Sebastian, ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
Yeah, but there's a chest up here first. Oh, it's in the same room. I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord, and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with a heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought, one who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts, who would serve only to stain my legacy. Ah, so Hogwarts Legacy is going the route that Salazar Slytherin was a massive prick.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
I've been getting an uneasy feeling about this place. We couldn't linger here. Let's find a way out, please.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
We were lucky. We could have died.
Revelio.
We must swear never to do this again.
Is that a house elf skeleton? I can't tell if that's a mummified... I don't know what that is.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Ah, it's like a sonar pulse. That's really cool. That ain't fair. Sebastian doesn't have to wait for everywhere else to load. Oh, of course, it's suit of armor corridor.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Mine now, demi guys. Revelio.
Important Muggle artifact. This misunderstood artifact is supposedly important to Muggle warfare, though most of wizardkind find the prospect of wielding such a hefty weapon utterly head-scratching.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Ooh, alchemy class. An arcane subject offered to older students on the rare occasion when demand suffices. Alchemy focuses on the 4 natural elements and the science of transmutation. Symbols that I have no understanding.
Revelio. Aloha Mora. Revelio. Levioso.
Oh, bruh.
Revelio.
Unidentified face item.
Revelio. Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Shut up.
You would be wise not to underestimate this student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student.
It can be.
There you are.
Here I am.
I received your owl. I was able to speak with Lodgok, the goblin I mentioned before.
What did you learn?
He and Ranrock were close once, but they had a falling out.
You believe he can be trusted?
He seemed trustworthy. Difficult to know, really. But Sirona Ryan trusts him.
Well, that's something, I suppose. Supposing he can be trusted, will he help us get to Ranrock?
I retrieved a stolen helm. He hopes to return to Ranrock in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy. Let's hope your efforts result in our learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lodgok did mention that Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Ranrock
Maybe.
is searching for something. I feared as much. I've heard an unusual amount of activity, goblins and wizards, I surmise, when visiting my portrait at my castle.
Rookwood Castle.
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location of your next trial.
You didn't see anything? Speak with anyone?
I did not. In fact, I did not make myself known. I only recently returned there and did not recognize nor trust anyone that I heard. I stayed out of sight so as not to tempt my portrait's destruction.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant, is a dark wizard in league with Ranrock.
My descendant? A dark wizard? I'm afraid we've no time to waste. Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rookwood Castle immediately. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source of power that would be devastating in the wrong hands. I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my portrait there as soon as you can.
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
No time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
Do we think Professor Fig's going to die at the end? Or at some point? Just give it a second for the quest to load properly. Or, you know, fucking don't. It's got to be that one. Let's travel to Feldcroft and have a gander. Have a butcher's.
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
See? How did I know?
Revelio.
I suppose we could get, well...
No better than that by now. We've all
Accio.
I won't rest.
Glacius. Defender. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
One of the best meals I've ever eaten.
You know, we know there's a trophy for this, so... Sorry, my, bovine friend.
Defender.
Oh, good. Thought he was dead for a second. She was dead. So fucking cruel. There we go, and now we never have to do it again.
Incendio. Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Cool. Anakin Skywalker, you will try.
Over here!
No, I was here first.
What's going
Just
on
strolled on past
Professor
me and left me
Rookwood
to
was
sit in the
right.
fucking path.
The place is crawling with Victor Rookwood's lot and Ranrock's loyalists. They're working together, all right, but it is not a friendly alliance. I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
I'm not sure, I do agree, but seeing as you're my professor...
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending...
Ranrock wants us to find the child, but which child?
We could take every child we find to Ranrock. Eventually we may get the right one.
Petrificus Totalis.
Sounds like a lot of work. Perhaps we just tell him we looked. Well, if he asks.
It does sound easier. Let's do that.
I've never seen a sword like it.
Revelio.
Channeling my Assassin's Creed skills.
You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion!
Oh.
Could do with a nice mushroom.
Accio. Incendio.
I won't rest until...
a way in.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the country...
I wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach at that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores
He just stood
of
there,
magic.
fucking hands clasped in front of
about
him.
the keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Any special word you want me to pass on to your mum?
Nah, we're good, bro.
Expulso!
Expelliarmus! How delightful!
How nice of you! What are your faults?
Expelliarmus!
Electricity.
To your knees!
Might want to look up.
Arresto momentum.
You're only delaying the inevitable!
Now, this has become personal.
Death
From above!
This should be fun! Expulso! Had enough!
Another. Quite convenient.
Fight for me!
You will pay for your deed.
Expelliarmus! You're going to regret that!
Flipendo. Arresto momentum.
Easy. Sort of. We got there in the end anyway.
Revelio.
Laceration. Ooh, improved Defindo. Shit the fucking bed. Oh my god. Thank you, Panda. Jesus Christ. Hey, Dom. Bye, Dom. Enjoy your goblin mode lurk. You bang that workout.
Revelio.
Panda, I hate you. I was just thinking, oh, I've not heard from Panda in a while. Well, not just. I was thinking that before this stream. So I suppose, you know, I get what I fucking deserve. I'm here just to give you a person... Buddy, I can't even watch Belushi. Oh, no, it's fair enough, mate. I know, I'm spoiling things for you. And this is, once again, a main quest, so... But the personage is appreciated, mate. Very much so. Thanks for being here.
Revelio.
Less so for, you know, trying to give me a heart attack. I genuinely felt my heart, you know, seize. So, just letting you know. You monster. Yeah, enjoy goblin mode, you goblin.
Revelio. Compulso.
I suppose that's the quick way down.
You're the quick way down.
Is there something to those symbols on the walls?
There is. I've seen symbols like these before. I need to find all of them, then cast at them quickly in succession.
Yeah, I did it. I've done that. I was just seeing if I could, if there was anywhere else up there and I could go. Enter the Rookwood Cellar.
Goblin tracks.
Revelio.
A step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead.
But we already know that they've been digging underneath his house, because the castle, because Rookwood said that they had.
This must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever
get
it
into
is,
the vault.
we need
Revelio.
to find it before they do. Where is that portrait?
It's there, it's right there.
I heard something. I was hoping that was you.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are more dire than I could have imagined.
No.
If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be.
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense.
I've
How
looked
did-
twice, double look.
We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
Just tell me where I need to go.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that.
Go double goblin mode, my friend.
Dangerous indeed. In the wrong
Go
hands,
with grace.
we will simply have to outwit Ranrock and my unfortunate namesake.
Very well, Professor. Tell
Have
me
you
where I
spoken
need
to the
go.
other one of Sam's
I
friends
shall
that I
reveal
like
the
to play?
path. Professor
I have.
Fig must lead
Well,
you now.
I messaged him. I sent him a nice birthday message. But I've yet to hear back. I assume he's busy at work, what with the Six Nations and stuff going on. I imagine he's very busy.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
I've also done so. I hope he's having a lovely time. Me too. So do I. He deserves it. Right, mate. We're going to start getting spoiler again. Just warning. I'm happy to have you here chatting, but I'm not sure you are.
Revelio.
You found Dumbledore yet? No, and no, you can't find Dumbledore. You can't find Dumbledore, and I refuse to believe anyone that tells me I can.
Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. I need to reposition that pillar to climb out of it. Perhaps the archway is the answer. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Depulso.
Ah.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
First puzzle down. Yay, it's the Ripley stairs again.
Revelio. Revelio.
Interesting.
That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
No.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
What the fuck? What just happened?
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Through the hole. That's bullshit game.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I see. So let's try this one down here first then. Thought we had it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Now we got it.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Maybe?
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Cool. Okay, yeah, sorted. All for a chest that's gonna be shit. Whee! Hello, friend.
Flipendo. Confringo. Flipendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Flipendo.
You do.
Revelio. I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how? Revelio. Flipendo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
No!
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Perhaps I'm to hit the mark on the far wall. That sort of thing has repositioned the archways in the past.
Bro, it's done. I did it. It was just faffing around with the chest. Ooh. That's so cool. Serpentine, serpentine.
Revelio. There's a pillar here, but no ledge near it. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Glacier.
Easy, mate. Nope. Definitely the wrong spell.
Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
That can't be right, surely. Yeah, maybe it is.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Hitting those marks readjusts the archways. Perhaps there's a way forward from the other side of this one. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Leviosa!
Is it possible to pull one of those blocks through the archway?
Shut up.
Revelio.
Okay. It was that simple.
Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Defender. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Fair enough.
Revelio.
Thought we might be able to use it to break potential puzzles further on. But alas. Apparently we won't be needing it because we're coming up for the boss fight.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Flipendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Of course.
Arresto Momentum.
96 combo. There's a 100 combo trophy, and we got 96.
What a relief. Revelio.
So very, very, very annoying. Oh, and there's Rookwood pulling a fucking stupid face. Stupid face. In we go. Dunk it.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isadore's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Back to her family.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora.
Ah, the magic that Ranrock
What have you
wields.
done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
And then it all went Pete Tong.
Revelio. Confringo.
Who we
You're
get in
back.
next time then?
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
What was the glowing strand that Isadora pulled from her father's chest?
It was pain. You will understand more about her actions as you complete the trials.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that
Not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials.
I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed, I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor.
What's up then, Figgy?
I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
Beautiful. No combat challenges. Defeat goblins. And we need how many more? 8 more. No, 7 more of those. Quests. We should get all of those.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
Sure.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
Sure.
I have been asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Okay, so... Okay, that does stay. That's good. That's good to know. Fool of the Dead. Acquire a Recall. Yes. Okay, and on the map we have... Okay, that's Fold of the Dead. Samantha Dale's having a problem with her brother William. Yeah, okay. Ah, Summoner's Court. Let's do this.
Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
Hello, Grace. What are you doing here?
Nice to see you. Thank you again for your help at the lake. I've become quite good at Summoner's Court, and I'm waiting for my next opponent. I suppose that's you.
I suppose so.
Shall we begin?
I'm game.
Well, let's see what you're made of.
I want to be the Reds.
Accio. You didn't see that.
Accio.
What a remarkable shot!
Like a fucking champ.
Impressive. Impressive. Well, it appears I've been bested.
Yes, you have. Ho-ho!
Well done. Diving, summoner's court. Seems there's nothing you can't do.
Well,
you played a good game though, Grace.
I mean,
I
you
did
didn't.
play rather well, didn't I?
No.
Only one student has ever beaten me. She's very good. But if you play the way you did against me, you might stand a chance.
What are you doing sat on the floor in the snow, you dweeb? Oh yeah, we were going to go to the greenhouses. If I'm not mistaken. Of course it's you.
Incendio.
He's hovering.
Oh, it's you! Just the person I need.
Samantha, is everything all right?
No, it's not. It's my brother William. The one I told you about after Charms class. He's been cursed. He ignored my warning and now he's lying in St. Mungo's looking completely pathetic. He simply never listens.
I'm sorry, how exactly has he been cursed?
Oh, you won't believe it. Truly, but his feet were turned into purple beets. You can imagine his distress. And mine. I won't even go into the attention he was getting from our garden rabbits before he admitted himself to hospital.
Beats for feet. How hilarious. I mean, how terrible. Horrible, truly.
You and the entire school may find it funny, but the situation is dire.
Well, it is an unusual situation. How did your brother end up like this?
It's entirely his own fault. I told him about some research I'd done recently on our ancestor Marmaduke Dale. In particular, my discovery that Marmaduke's tomb was cursed. My brother's always making fun of my discoveries. This time, he laughed in my face. Told me I'd misinterpreted my findings. As if that were possible. And to prove his point, he went right up to the entrance of the tomb and poof! His feet transfigured into beets.
How awful. I can see why you're upset. He definitely needs some help.
Exactly. He may be a cape flapper, but he's still my brother. And no one deserves such a fate to last forever. Especially as the result of a single brainless mistake. Now I worry that if the curse isn't reversed, it could become permanent.
Can't
Well,
the
yeah,
curse
if it wasn't
be broken?
reversed.
Possibly. The curse stems from a crest that was stolen from Marmaduke. If the crest were returned to its rightful place upon his sarcophagus, then I believe that William's feet may be restored. You battled trolls when they attacked Hogsmeade, escaped a dragon, and I could tell by your work
And
in
you're
charms
pretty
that
good in
you're a skilled
lessons.
spellcaster. Returning a crest to a sarcophagus should be almost effortless for you. So, will you help us?
Why was Marmaduke's tomb cursed?
The curse is the result of an intense sibling rivalry between Granham Dale and his younger brother Marmaduke. Marmaduke was a famed herbologist, and Granham resented the attention that he received.
Sibling rivalry? Sounds as if it might run in the family.
But I would never intentionally curse my brother, not like Granham did. When their mother died, Marmaduke was given the prized family crest. Granham felt that as the eldest child, he should have been given it. Years later, when Marmaduke died, Granham stole it and cursed the tomb so that none in the Dale family could ever pay their respects.
How do you know it's safe? I don't want my feet to turn into beets as well.
Oh, but the curse only applies to Marmaduke's descendants, as my brother so aptly demonstrated. That's why I need your help. You're unrelated to my family, so the curse wouldn't affect you.
Why is your ancestor so well known?
He discovered the properties of several magical herbs and plants. He also uncovered numerous types of flora. The wizarding world owes him a great debt. His work not only impacted the discipline of herbology, but also potion making.
Damn, I hope tomorrow FF reunion arrives. Hey Phil. Yeah, man, it's always it's always a ball ache when you're sat around, nothing to play.
I can take the crest to Marmaduke's sarcophagus for you.
Oh, thank you! Thank you so much.
Have I done all missions? You mean all missions in reunion?
According to my research, the tomb's been abandoned for centuries.
If so, yes.
Should be a fairly
Except
simple
for
task.
the
You'll
super
find
boss.
it just east of the hamlet of Brockborough.
Because that just wasn't fun.
Thank you. For your help.
Yeah, I've done them
My
all apart
family's
from the.
indebted to you.
I did them all apart from the super boss. Minerva was fucking ridiculous. Stupid. Is there anything else fun besides the super boss? Some of the later missions are fun. They're difficult and challenging, but they are fun.
Crest on a sarcophagus there.
There's like kill, battle 100 soldiers, 200, 500, and 1,000 soldiers, which just drag. But some of the like summon fights are fun in there. Some of the Hojo specimen fights where you fight a clone of Zack, you fight Sephiroth again, stuff like that. Those are fun. So there's a few gems in there, but the rest of it was just, I enjoyed doing them because I enjoyed the combat, but they weren't. It was very rote. It was very, we're doing the same thing in the same maps over and over again. But if you enjoy the combat, then you'll probably enjoy it. At least I'd hope so. I did, but I'm a wiener.
Oh, I do hope Mary and her neighbours.
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn, by the way. I trade in the surrounding hamlets. Do the most business in Arranshire. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens. Just the other day, the Daily Prophet ran an article on its scenic hedgerows. Actually, before I go on, I should ask, are you afraid of spiders?
I just need to endure to the 20th of Feb, Atomic Heart, and then this will keep me busy until Octopath. Yeah, absolutely. Atomic Heart does look interesting. That's the Russian developed one. It looks a bit Bioshocky. Yeah, that looks really interesting. I'll wait for reviews on it, but yeah, I'm intrigued. But yeah, this will definitely tie you over to Octopath. Have you seen it? I have not seen the new trailer. No. The one I'd seen before was like with the ball boss that looks like one of the fucking robots off the super robots off the Incredibles, the first Incredibles film. But no, I'll have to check out the new one.
Spiders don't bother me at all. You'd be impressed by how many I've dispatched lately.
Lucky you. The hamlet's overrun with the vile things, and they're acting abnormally aggressive.
Game Pass membership, praise the Lord.
About my customers, of course, but it appears that most of the hamlet's residents fled to safety. It's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard.
Yeah, Game Pass is good for that kind of stuff.
Understandable, but why don't you check on her yourself?
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the
They made jokes of Hogwarts in the trailer. That's fair.
Of conquering. I don't know what to do. Can you think of anyone who can help Mary?
Yeah, me, bro.
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of my life. It's almost as if someone's breeding them. They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it all.
So someone's
Mary
breeding them
always has
then.
a way with these beasts. It's very concerning not to hear from her.
With Jensen Ackles. Now that name sounds familiar. And I don't know why.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stumbled on a nest. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizards I knew were just outside the tree. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on me now just talking about it. Ugh.
Why didn't you ask the Ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself.
It is
but
Spavin.
Evidently they have their hands full with who knows
Supernatural.
what. It seems this little hamlet has
yeah.
to fend for itself.
One of the main guys, yeah.
I'll try my very best, Mr. Dunn.
Please do. If you can think of anyone that may be brave enough to help, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. They'll find Arranshire southeast of Hogsmeade, just below the train station.
Yeah. I know them.
This must be Arranshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders. Incendio! Accio! Incendio! You're even more aggressive than I'd expected. Confringo! Confringo!
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Arresto momentum. Surely that's the last of them.
Due to the plague of spiders, I have decided to temporarily leave my home. Again, this is only a temporary arrangement. I'll be back once everything has been cleared up, and I expect my house to be exactly as I left it. No spiders, no vagrants, no arguments.
Revelio.
Seems reasonable enough. The Tale of Arrynshire. My dear one, you asked about what happened in Arrynshire, so I shall tell you all of it. When the spiders came out of the ground, it was like a great rushing tide. Most of us had no time to react. I and a few others took to a roof without having time to take hold of our wands. We were stranded up there for what seemed an eternity. Sometimes we could scare them off. Sometimes. Those eyes. Lifeless, evil eyes. 8 of them. When they're towering over you, all you see is your own fear multiplied 8 times. That and their fangs, shiny with venom. One by one the spiders picked us off. The victims' screams were awful, pierced my soul like a blade, hearing my neighbours coming to such a gruesome end. Not dissimilar to a Dementor's kiss, I would imagine. The silence was a relief. We wished them a quick death, and for ourselves too, if it came to it. Especially then. Finally a witch flew by, low in the air, and spotted us, stranded. By then all that was left was me and Dog's Body Pete. Anyway, we survived, but sometimes we wish we hadn't. I shall be haunted forever.
Revelio.
Brutal.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook.
Of course you
Meet
have.
me in the Undercroft. I found something.
Yeah.
Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman.
H. I've delivered the spider venom as requested. Prompt payment is now due. The new cluster of spiderlings in my cellar workshop have almost hatched. I can provide more venom soon, once of course I've been compensated for the last delivery.
If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end.
If this is to end. This is not the end. Bloodstream. Tell me when it kicks in.
Revelio. If this is where Mary bred the spiders, they're not here now. Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. A ladder. Not sure I want to know where this leads. I'd best be ready for whatever I may find down there.
The spiders, I'd imagine.
Revelio. Egg sacs. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse. Confringo. That's one egg sac destroyed. I should get the rest. Flipendo. Ugh. Shame you're so foul. This is definitely going to anger your parents. Confringo! Half finished. I need to destroy all the egg sacs.
Ow. Ow.
Revelio. Confringo. Can't let you harm Arachir any more than you already have.
I finally found the perfect place to breed my spider colony. It was quite literally under my nose the whole time. My cellar! Why didn't I think of this before? Why hasn't anyone, for that matter? My spiders are growing big and strong, and the silk they produce will make me a fortune. I'll have wealth at last. No more scrimping on frocks when I'm in town. It will be marvellous.
I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders. Revelio.
Whoa!
Flipendo.